Hey everybody, welcome back. I got Gunther recently. Yay! There's much rejoicing. But I'm pretty excited about it because Gunther is the first card in a long time that really can take advantage of protect gems. I really like protect gems, and I think protect gems and gem defense kind of goes hand in hand. And we know that gem defense has been on the come up lately, especially with the release of T6 metals. So I think Gunther might have been just a touch ahead of the curve here in getting prepared for the next rarity because he makes a lot of protect gems and they're pretty big. So let's take a look at them real quick. Moveset for this is my preferred one. There are other movesets. Is the shotgun dropkick. Do 500,000 damage and increase your yellow MP by 9. The thunderous chop, 500,000 damage and make a 3x7 rando area into multiply gems of strength 9. By the way, at 6-star gold, this turns into a 4x7 area of multiplied gems of strength 10, which is a pretty decent source of gem damage. And then deal another 500,000 damage and modify a 7-1 random area into column break gems. Okay, so you'll have multis going down this way and column breaks this way. The last symphony does basically 1,000,000 damage, destroys 7 random column break gems, so you're popping the entire board. Everything's going to get wiped off of it. And then on this fresh board that drops, you're going to put 19 random gems. You're going to turn 19 random gems into protect gems of strength 962,000. And that's a lot. Okay. So the way protect gems work is every time there's a protect gem on the board and the opponent makes a swipe or breaks some gems, it blocks this amount of damage hitting you. And then if the damage that the opponent has is more than this, then it's when it rolls over. It's kind of like trample in Magic the Gathering, if you've ever played Magic. So say your opponent swipes for 1.2 million, and you've got one of these protect gems on the board, you're going to block 962,000 of it. So you're really only getting hit with about 250,000 damage instead of the 1.2. There's 19 of these on the board. Okay, so this is doing just a touch under 20 million in protection. So that 1.2 million swipe that they did is going to run into 2 million points of protection, and it's not going to hit you at all. And this happens at every swipe. So if you're in a pinfall situation and your opponent kicks out, that one swipe will go up against this big wall of protection, and then his next swipe kind of starts it all over again. 20 million protection in a pin is pretty decent, especially at 6-star silver here. At 6-star gold, this goes up by roughly 600k, 550k, making your protect gems, I believe, base strength 1.5 million, and I think you throw 20 of them. Yeah, that's 30 million in protect gem damage, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me. So let's look at the entourage. I'm actually just going to load up on protect gems. So I got Lawler to get the blue move loaded turn 1. And then I've got Trekria, protect gem generated from moves will reduce damage taken by an additional 65%. I've got Earthquake, protect gems generated from moves will reduce damage taken by an additional 20%. So that's 85% added. That now turns our protect gems into strength 1.78. Okay. That's going to be a total of 37.385 million protected each time an opponent swipes. That's almost the HP pool of an entire 6-star silver poster. And in many cases, it's actually more than the HP pool of a 6-star silver poster. When this goes to 6-star gold, this ramps up, and basically you're looking at about 60 to 62 million in protect gem defense, which is also a significant amount. Bailey is here just to throw out one more protect gem. That's it. You can toss anybody else you want to here. Stunning Steve is actually a really good choice since you're not painting the board, you're just breaking the board. Okay. Over here for strap, I don't have a plate. You could throw the column plate gems on here. You could do the devil yeet combo if you wanted to. And I'm sure some people do. It does massive damage. It does a lot of damage. It's awesome. But for the purposes of this, I didn't really want to focus on how much damage he can do. I wanted to focus on how much damage he can, well, soak up. So my strap, I don't have a gem defense strap, so I'm just using move damage up. It doesn't really matter in this build set. And then I've got a couple of armor 1 medals on here. You can see my total gem defense is 76.08 due to substats, the 40 here, and then I believe it's what, 25 here, 27.5. Okay. So 76.08 gem defense is nice. And then all those protect gems. We're gonna go up against Undertaker here. Let's come up with a new punching bag, right? And the punching bag is a 6-star gold with significant amounts of HP. Now, this isn't infallible. In a kick-out situation, if a giant cascade happens, they may pop back up. But fortunately, you'll have some protect gems on the board, so whatever's coming at you, if it's gem damage based, probably won't hurt all that much. So blue move to load the yellows. Yellow, we saw the multiplies and the columns. Now the finisher breaks the entire board, and all of our protect gems come out. One swipe, it blocks all of it. Blocks all of it again, blocks all of it one more time. Kick out gem damage stayed static at 7.2 million. That's how much damage we put into the pin. The Undertaker was not able to actually do any of the reverse kick out type damage. The protect gems soaked it all up. That's cool, right? I like that a lot. So we're at a complete rarity difference. At 6-star gold, there would be no worries whatsoever. You're just putting them down and they're staying down. But that begs the questions of what happens if you put armor 2 medals on him, right? Armor 2 medals is actually going to put us into a point where it doesn't matter who we face in tour. The gem defense is so high that the protect gems don't even matter because the opponent's gems is not going to be doing any damage anyway. So we're actually going to go wander over to Showdown to show this off. Okay. The strap that I'm putting on is 150% gem damage because the higher the kick out, the better this whole thing works. And then it's armor 2 medals, and with substats and percentages, I'm at 191.26% gem defense. That's pretty good. So that's soaking up, the 100% of this is soaking up all of their base gem damage, and then the gem defense is soaking up an additional 91.26% of their gem damage boost that they probably have on their poster. This 191.26 is more than enough to eclipse everybody in the Backlash Tour. So let's go over here to Showdown and see if we can't find a decent opponent. That's probably a decent one right here. Let's take a look. Now this may blow up in my face. I'm firmly aware of that. Take a look at the bonuses. Gem damage is pretty stout. And he does have Fury 3s on him. That probably won't work. Let's try old Final Boss Rock here. Yes, I'm cherry picking. If I was 6-star gold, I would just roll right through it, but I'm not, and I'm waiting for a talent up. Perfect. Fury 2s. Let's give this one a shot. We still have the rarity mismatch on 6-star silver again going against 6-star gold, and all the other additional Showdown stuff is happening here. But let's see how it all shakes out. I am running armor 2s, and we are still going to be throwing out approximately 36 million in protect gems. Turn 1. Let's see what happens. Rock is 81.9 million health. So we know we're not going to do enough damage to, take him out. Even with the extra 150 gem damage strap on. All right. What is that? 12 million pin? 14 million pin. More than enough. Easy money. So one of the main reasons I'm bringing this up, I know everybody's probably seen this moveset. Everybody probably uses a variation of this moveset, unless you use triple red with Gunther, is the protect gems, I think, could be a very interesting strategy to use when the rarity changes, if the rarity changes, but when the rarity changes. Stopping damage is sometimes as important as doing enough damage to KO turn one. In very difficult tours or other various game modes where, pure damage isn't going to be possible, turning around and defending against pure damage might be the way to go. Okay. I will probably do an update video. I'm going to start playing around with shorts. I'd like to do an update video to my Acro Seth Rollins, the new Acro Seth Rollins. I'm going to try to put that out as a short. I'm going to try to put this one out as a short after I bring them up to 6-star gold and put some more toys on them. So I will have a follow-up when he is dined out. And as always, if you've learned anything today, if you've been entertained by anything today, or if you just happen to like the sound of my voice, do me a favor, click like, click subscribe, share to your faction mates, ask me some questions down in the comments for It's All About the Game and Slim Explains It, and I'll talk to you next time.